Hello, I'm Bilgekağan Çanak. I'm second grade computer science student at Bilkent University. In this video, I'm going to introduce my Physics 101 project, which is investigation of energy conservation on a tilted air table with different spring compression and mass. My aim is to study how the pack's mass and spring compression affect its maximum height and to test the conservation of energy on a tilted air table. My materials I used in this experiment are, as can be seen here, air table, puck, spring, spark timer, wooden block, some identical masses, and calculation tools. The procedure that I followed throughout this experiment is the following. First, I adjust the air table and gather the materials that I will use in this experiment. After that, I measured the puck and the masses which are same, then prepared the spring. After that, I started the experiment. In the first part of my experiment, I performed experiment with fixed mass but different spring compressions. With 5 different compressions, I got these results. In the second part, this time I performed experiment with fixed compression but different masses. With 5 different masses, I got these results. And this is example of how I increased the weight of the puck. After doing experiments and finding experimental values, I calculated expected values by following this theorem, conservation of mechanical energy. At release, all the energy is stored as gravitational and spring potential energy. At the top point, the spring energy becomes zero and the object has only gravitational potential energy. By equating the initial and the final energies, I obtained the theoretical height the object should reach. Since my measurements are along the incline, I converted this vertical height using the angle of the slope. And then, performing this error calculation formula, I found the percentage errors. This table is the results of my first part of experiment, with expected values, differences of values, and percentage errors. And this graph for that table. Similarly, this table is for my second part of experiment, and some important plots for seeing the expected values and values that I found. The experiment results mostly follow the expected trend. The height increased with the square of the compression and decreased with mass. The differences between theoretical and experimental values come from measurement inaccuracies, small friction and air resistance on air table, and slight deviations in compressing the spring. These factors remove energy from the system. Yet, even with these errors, the experiment still supports the theory and shows how spring compression and mass affect the maximum height.